The only thing which happened in that case was the plane was not in its momentum. Like it was like it had to go like in a faster speed, but it was really slow that time. That's why the pilot lost the control over the plane. That to see the 72 people died actually. 72.
72 people.
It's a huge number. And I think
Yes.
nobody survived that crash. We have 1 minute left. Sorry for the interruption. I just want to tell you one thing that I can see that your fluency has drastically improved since the first session we had, right, last year?
Yes.
Which you have posted on YouTube?
Yes.
That one. So
Okay.
like, I can see a lot of changes, and please like be consistent with your practice and don't ever stop practicing. Okay.
I'm not practicing from last 20 days, to be frank. I'm not doing anything from last
I can
15 days.
understand.
This is the first time I have recorded after 20 days.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I think today the network is fine. That day it was like troubling a lot.
There was some technical error, I think.
Yeah, because your voice, you got a notification.
Yeah, from clapingo that they're having some technical issue. So that is why I got that session back.
Nice. You wrote like you were writing that my session is wasted. So
yeah, obviously I have to pay money for that, and it's very costly. It's not really cheap, so I always worried about.
Yeah. But don't worry. See, you got your session back, right? So no worries.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay, so where are you right now?
Now I'm in Gurgaon.
Gurgaon. How's your mother?
She is stable. The condition is good, but still I'm waiting for the reports. The reports will be there on like 22nd of January. So after that, I again have to go there, and I don't know how long I have to stay there in Delhi for the treatment.
So you're doing the up and down these days?
Yes.
Basically. Okay. So for the weekend, you told me that you'll go to Gurgaon to see your son, and then you'll go back again to Delhi.
Yes. So, but my mom told me that don't need to come because I'm feeling well now. I'm stable. So when the reports will come, then only come, because I don't know how long you have to stay here in Delhi. So just spend some time with your family as well, because obviously I have a responsibility from here also. I haven't met Mitanj for like around 15 days. So it's been a long time.
Yeah. I can understand. Yeah, definitely. Like you have to like take care of your mother also. That is also important. But yes, your son. So how is he managing to go to school these days?
No, online sessions have been going on.
Why is that?
Online classes.
Because of winters?
I don't know. Yes. Yes, because of winter.
Okay. All right. I had no idea about that, because the weather is pretty fine now. What do you think?
Yes, it's fine. Actually, school was supposed to open from 16th of January, but there is some notification from Gurgaon, like from government, like we cannot reopen the school for the small kids. Like he's in nursery class, so I think now the school will reopen from 19th of January.
Okay, so like how was your weekend?
Weekend was fine.
You just met your son. What else did you do?
Nothing. I just met with him. I cried, and he said, "Mama, why are you crying?" I said, "Because I was missing you." He said, "Okay, if you're missing me, then why did you go to Nani house? Why you were not coming back with me?" I make him understand, beta, Nani is not well, so I need to take care of her. Na? When I will be like ill then or sick, then you will be take care of me. He said, "Okay, then you can go to Nani house." So he was okay. He understand very well. Like, yeah, I have to go to Nani house, and I convinced him that I will go again, and you have to stay alone here with the like grandmother. Yeah.
How old is your son?
4 years.
4 years old. So like so now he can speak clearly. He's in LKG or something?
Nursery.
He's in nursery?
Yes.
So he must be learning the phonic sounds.
Yeah, he understands everything, like the phonics. He can speak English, yes.
Great. It's a good thing, actually. You should also give him that kind of environment as well.
Yeah.
Because once he is a grown up, he will be in a different level altogether, right? Okay, that's great. Okay, so like, what would you like to talk about today? Anything specific or?
What is the session document? I have never gone through like document.
You haven't checked it? Let me check that for you. If it's interesting, we can go for that. Otherwise, I'll ask you some different questions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me check. What's the document? It's about imagine yourself as a news reporter.
Oh my God. It was my
Interesting.
passion when I was a kid. I used to read like newspaper, like blah, 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 but not
Seriously,
now.
not now.
Yes, not
Okay.
now.
Okay. Do you think it's an easy job to like break a news or something? I've seen people, what
No,
do you
no,
think
it's
about
not.
it?
No, it's not at all easy. It's kind of a difficult job. You
Uh-huh.
don't need to only speak on something. You have to use your
Mhm.
presence of mind while you are giving speech or something, like you're explaining something. You have to always be.
If you're in a studio, you have a teleprompter, what do you call it? From where you can read
Yes,
things,
yes, they can
right?
read things. But
But
still, sometimes I feel that even for a reading, you
Mhm.
should be like conscious. Sometimes if any mistake happen, then you have to cover it out like from your own mind using your presence of mind. So it's not like,
Mhm.
I think it's a difficult job.
Definitely. Okay, so you wanted to become a news reporter, or you like you used to imitate these people? Like how did it
Imitate these
go?
people. I used to imitate these people in my childhood. When I was like 4, 5 or 6 years old, I
Mhm.
just kept a newspaper in my hand and I speak blah blah blah. That time
Mhm.
I did not even know how to read, and
Mm.
still I do blah blah blah. So my mom used to laugh on me that what are you doing?
Okay. All right, all right. So I like do you follow news in particular or not these days?
Not these days actually. I haven't seen news from last 15, 20 days. But yes, recently I've get to know about the news of like aeroplane
Yeah,
Nepal
the Nepal
crash,
tragedy.
Seventy-two people.
It was
Yeah,
terrible.
it was heartbroken. Yes, I felt so sad. I feel scared also because my husband is like used to travel by via flight very
Mm-hmm.
frequently because of office work. So I
Mm-hmm.
always scared of these things. I
I can
personally don't
understand.
want to go
Hmm.
like through flight.
See, I'll tell you something. You know what? Technically, airplane is the most safest means of communication, like transportation. If you have done a little research about it, because I have. The only thing which happened in that case was the plane was not in its momentum. Like it was like it had to go like in a faster speed, but it was really slow that time. That's why the pilot lost the control over the plane. That's what happened, but it usually doesn't happen. See, every day lots of flights are going and incoming, right? Do you listen to these kind of news?
Yeah.
It happens
No, but
rarely.
rarely, but still it's like very
Definitely, it's a
scary.
risky
Or
job.
but these time like weather change very frequently. Like when he went to like Chennai, not Chennai, yes, Chennai. That time it was like heavy rain there, so it was very difficult to take off. And it was the flight was delayed for 2 or 3 hours. So
Mhm.
that time I feel like what like if it's so windy, if it's raining, I don't know whether it is safe or not. I'm not sure about it. I haven't studied anything on that, but personally I feel scared while thinking about going somewhere through plane. Yeah.
Did you watch that video, the exact video which was posted?
No, 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 no.
So actually, unfortunately, there was a guy who is Indian itself. He was recording it. See, first of all, in the airplanes, you
Facebook
cannot,
Live. He
yeah, you
was
cannot
doing
use
Facebook
internet.
Live.
First of all, you can't use internet in plane. That is one thing.
Yes,
But I don't
yes,
know. He was using it. He was Facebook. He was live on Facebook. He was just
yes,
showing around, the scenery and everything. All of a sudden, the plane started tilting towards the left,
yes, yes.
and
I have
within
seen
a
this.
fraction of second, it burnt to ashes. So,
Yes.
can you imagine like how uncertain life is?
Seriously, the yesterday, like I was thinking for a long time, I thought in that like why it happens, how it happens all of a sudden. He was sharing his good moment with the friends on Facebook.
Absolutely.
However, the same question like asked my husband that how he'll be able to use a phone during like in flight. It's not
Yeah.
allowed.
Allowed, yeah.
So but yeah, it was so scary. Like within a second, what can happen? You can't even
Definitely.
imagine.
Nobody knew inside the plane, right? They're going to die.
Seriously,
Mm.
seriously,
That
it's so
is
scary.
life, actually. It gives you a reality check, like whatever you plan, whatever you had planned for your life in the future, and everything is uncertain. So it's better to be in the present and live your life to the fullest.
Live your life. Yeah.
Correct. But
Yes,
mostly,
actually.
like these days, what we do is like we will do it tomorrow or we'll do it next year. We will plan this trip after 2 years, but nobody has
Yes.
seen 2 years after
Yes.
2 years what's going to happen exactly. But I feel
Yes,
really,
right.
I was like quite disheartened to see the, 72 people died actually. 72.
72 people.
It's a huge
Yes.
number. And I think
Yes.
nobody survived that crash
Yes.
because the plane was, it was burned into ashes.
Yes.
That is terrible. But definitely, so even after you see these kind of news, definitely you will also use flight someday. I will also use it. This is how life works. We really can't
I
ignore.
avoid. I'll avoid. Even I have like, I'm a kind of person, you can say that I have a phobia from like transportation. Even if I'm riding on bike, in car, auto, I always is scared. Always, always. I never feel comfort or safe like while traveling. I
Mhm.
don't know what is the reason, but let me share one experience. When I went to Shimla with my office staff, we were in the car, and
Mm.
the whole night everyone is sleeping very peacefully, and I was like sitting like this and just watching the road, that where is he going, because it was like very foggy that time. It was
Mhm.
winter and it very foggy. I couldn't see like which vehicle is ahead in front of us. But I was very scared. I could not even sleep. I was just watching the road, that we are going safely or not. So I don't know why I'm not confident about traveling. I always have this fear in my mind that what happened next, what will happen next. Even when I went with my husband, like on bike or on car, I always is scared, always. So I don't know how will I travel the world.
Definitely you can. It depends. Like definitely see when you're in the hills and someone else is driving, and if you close your eyes, you feel like they're going to, just bump the car somewhere. But it doesn't
I
happen
remember
definitely.
Nainital also, when the roads like very, how to say
Hmm.
this? Very patli road.
You can say the roads were narrow and curvy.
Yes, narrow and curvy, and I feel like every moment like I'm going to fall down, I'm going to fall down. It was so
Mhm.
scary. So
Mm.
that this is maybe the reason I don't travel a lot.
Mm. Okay, definitely. In Nainital, so you know what? I learned driving in these roads only in Nainital.
Oh my God, it's very difficult.
Yeah,
Very
because we have no
difficult.
option, right? There is no plain area, so we have to learn in the mountains only.
Yes,
But yeah,
right.
do you know how to drive a car?
I did not know even how to drive a scooty. I have
Okay,
scooty.
also.
My mother-in-law asking me like, please learn this, because every other girl, like 16 or 17-year-old girls, are driving scooty very safely. Why don't you try? But
Mhm.
I don't know. I told you that I have this fear in my mind that I cannot drive it, so I don't take chance.
Yeah, you are restricting yourself actually. You have this
Actually, I'm
fear, and
restricted.
yeah. But you know what? I'll tell you something. In my experience, you should know how to at least ride a scooty. It is for your betterment only. You can at least, it is quite helpful. Maybe someday you'll be in a situation that you have to ride the scooty, and
Yes,
things would be, small things matter a lot in life. So that's why.
you are
Try. I
absolutely
think you
right.
should rather go for the car. Car is way much easier and safer also.
So I am
First of
trying
all, you
to.
have to balance it.
I'm thinking to drive a car actually now, because after a few months, I will surely learn how to drive a car for the emergency situations, not for the regular purpose, but I will learn it.
See, in Gurgaon, every member, like three or third or fourth driver is a woman, right? A girl. They are driving
Yes.
around, and the roads of Gurgaon are pretty good,
Yes.
comparatively than Delhi. If you compare the
The
roads,
roads are
Delhi is
good, but
congested.
Delhi is congested, but I think that is safer than Gurgaon. Gurgaon is not safe in terms of driving, because people rush their car, and all heavy vehicles like truck or
Yeah.
something like हाउ टू से दिस आई डोंट नो हाउ टू से दिस कि मतलब बहुत ज्यादा ट्रक वगैरह चलते हैं यहाँ पे
Mm-hmm. I can say like in Gurgaon, the traffic is full of like heavy vehicles, like trucks.
heavy vehicles. Yeah, the Gurgaon is full of like heavy vehicles, truck, and that is why I don't feel safe here. And yeah, I don't feel safe in Gurgaon actually, but Delhi is much safer than Gurgaon. Personally, I feel it because of the red
Right.
lights. There are so many red lights and restrictions,
Mm.
and police is every red light. But in Gurgaon, there is no such restrictions actually. People drive
I've
very
seen that.
like
Mm.
they just rush their car or bike or auto like. So I don't feel safe in Gurgaon in
Mm.
that way.
I can understand, but see, driving and riding, it's a life skill, and if you have one of these, it's good. And I think you can go for the riding part first. If you have a scooty, try. Definitely, you might fall a couple of times, but take care. Like always, wear a helmet as well, and go to a safer
Okay.
environment, like in a ground or
Okay.
something on a ground, so that you don't like hit others and hurt yourself in the process as well. Yeah.
I'll
And
try.
if I talk about car, I think you can learn car within 2 weeks.
Seriously,
Definitely.
I don't think
People
so.
people are learning within 1 week these days. On the eighth day,
Okay.
they are riding, they are driving at night in Delhi, and then they like
Okay.
slowly they are going into traffic, and this is how it works actually. It depends. Like,
Okay.
see, the most important thing is you don't have to be dependent on some other person after
Okay.
learning how to drive a car. You can go to market with your son, with your mother-in-law as well.
Yes,
Correct?
you are absolutely right. You know what? We have car, we have scooty, but whenever I step out of my house, I used to take cab,
Yeah, yeah.
auto, rickshaw.
Mhm.
Every time I never use any of these vehicles. Like there is no benefit for me. Even though
Mhm.
when I go to my mom's place in Delhi, I have to
Mhm.
take a cab and it costs me around like 1,000 rupees every ride. So it's not
Mhm.
very cheap. Also, it's very costly because 1,000 rupees
Mhm.
to go and
So we have 1 minute left. Sorry for the interruption. I just want to tell you one thing that I can see that your fluency has drastically improved since the first session we had, right, last year,
yes,
which you have posted on YouTube.
yes, yes,
That
yes.
one. So like I can
Okay.
see a lot of changes, and please like